This is a video reviewing the week 11 homework. I am not going to do the same exact problem because I want you to get some practice as well. But let's get into the very similar example. So this is going to be similar to the first problem in that homework, and we are finding the measure of the red arc. So the first thing we have to do is figure out what part of the circle that's in. The question makes it pretty easy for us. It tells us that we're looking for the red arc, so I don't even really need to go in and highlight it, but I'll do it here just in case, because I usually do that in class. But yes, that yellow highlight is what we are looking for. But I'm just going to take that away for right now because it's already in red. So to do that, we are not given any information on this side of the circle, so that makes it pretty hard. Right now, so far, we only know how to work with central angles. So we are given information on the other side of the circle, right? We are given this 43 degree for this angle measurement. So that's a pretty big hint that this is actually, because it's the only number that's on this circle, that's a pretty big hint that that is the number that we are going to be using. So for 43 degrees, we are going to use that to decide that this central angle, I can make it the same color, that this central angle is going to be 43 degrees as well, right? One of the theorems that we talked about in class is whatever we have as the minor arc. So in this case, because arc dt, the measure of arc dt is 43. Then the measure of angle dot is going to equal 43 degrees. And I know that went a little off screen, so let me bring that in. Yes. So I just rewrote what I did so far in a mathematical statement right here. But we really only took this outside arc measure and brought it into this central angle. That is all we did so far. So now our next step, we have to bring in another piece of information that we should already know. It is the vertical angle theorem. So I'm just going to put this as a little notes on the side. But we should have remembered this from first semester. Whenever you have angles that are created by two lines that intersect, the opposite angles, or the vertical angles, are always congruent. So this angle is going to be congruent to this angle, and likewise, these angles, we'll make that y degrees, are always going to be congruent to this angle. As long as the angles are created by two intersecting lines, the opposite angles, the angles on the opposite sides, or they're also called the vertical angles, will always be congruent to each other. So we're going to take this piece of information, the vertical angle theorem, and we're going to apply that here. So we know that this central angle is 43 degrees, so that means the corresponding angle, or the opposite or vertical angle, is also going to be 43 degrees. And now that we have this central angle, we can figure out this arc, right? So whatever a central angle measurement is, it is going to be the same measurement as the corresponding arc. So this arc is also going to be 43 degrees. So we can write it in our mathematical statement again. So because the measure of angle FOG is 43, then the measure of arc GF is equal to 43 as well. So that is going to be our final answer because that is our red arc in this circle right here.